November.
Felicia was in November. I
Yeah.
remember because like it was really the last show of the year, and afterwards, like I definitely am the guy to go talk to judges
Oh
and
yeah, I
get
remember.
feedback.
Kendall was like, "Oh my God, David."
He had to pull me away from these
Yeah.
judges. I ran up to like line by line, each one of them, like, "Hey, help me understand this, right?" That
You're
should have
coming
won the
from
overall here.
first you did Washington, right? You're coming from Washington, then you did the Texas
Yeah, I
one. You
just won in
did great
Washington.
in
Yeah,
both.
I
Yeah.
won that show. And then flew down to Dallas like couple 3 months later. Won that show, big show in Texas, right? And then I'm like, okay, cool. I'm coming to little bitty old Arizona, get
Yeah.
my trophy,
Little
get
did
some
you
different
know.
feedback.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like
they weren't
like
having it.
you had no idea how these Arizona judges were back then. Like it's just different.
Yeah,
It's a lot different than all the other states. But now, luckily, everything's kind of changed a little bit,
yeah.
and so now the shows are running. But right now, there's no competition. I think they threw. No, they didn't even throw their first. Arizona hasn't even
Really?
had a show this year. Yeah, I don't even think they did their March ones. So since
Yeah,
this whole outbreak, like no one's even competed here, really.
yeah.
Everybody's kind of been getting ready. So
The
yeah,
only
but
ones
yeah,
are muscle contest
yeah,
in
Muscle
Cali.
Contest had a couple at Cali, I think one in Vegas, and then it stopped.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year I was actually planning, like it had been, yeah, I hadn't competed since 2018 in November, so I was gonna plan to make a run for it because finally, like I was feeling more confident. Like I
Uh-huh.
have some injuries, and that was kind of holding me back. I feel like I didn't give it 100% because of that. So I kind of like, all right, that's in the back of my head, these lingering injuries. So I was
Yeah.
like, just kind of having fun with it. But now, like after I competed, after I did like different posing seminars, stuff like that, I started looking at my physique and I was like, you know what? I actually could do it. I just need to actually pull the trigger and go for it. So
Yeah.
this year I was planning on doing that. Like, all right, I'm a lot heavier than I've ever been. I'm a lot closer to the weight limit. I'm gonna have that confidence going in. I think that's what I was lacking a lot. Like I just like not confident in myself.
This
And
brings
so
me
I
to the
stopped.
question I was going to ask you is like,
Yeah.
you learned a lot. What's like one thing you would say like you wish you knew before? Is it the confidence?
No, because in the beginning I had all the confidence. Like those first 3 sets, I was like, I look fucking good,
The
dude. Like
exact
I look
opposite.
better than all my friends. Yeah, yeah. But then I got
You wish you
humbled.
had the experience
Yeah.
coupled with the confidence.
Yeah, see, so I got humbled, and so now
Yeah.
like having the experience, having the knowledge is just set me up for having a lot more fun. And now like I want to actually take it serious this time and push it and work towards it. And I'm working on all my lingering body parts that I want to bring up.
Yeah.
So posing here and there. Like honestly, I don't really pose until I get semi lean, like around 10%. I usually float around
Really?
probably like yeah, I float around 17. I won't even look at
You're
myself.
thick,
And
bro. You
yeah,
float around thick.
yeah, I do. That's where I always float around, and I think a lot of it has to do psychologically is because I knew I'm not near my weight class, so I'm like I need to
Yeah.
get big. I need
Need
to
to get
eat. So I'm
big.
just fucking eating pizza,
Yeah.
ice cream, protein
Whatever it
shake.
takes.
So most of the day was like all clean, like your regular like meals, like
Yeah.
uh, high protein, moderate carb, right? Then at night I'm like eating all this shit just to try and get
Yeah.
calories in. So yeah, so right now I'm around like 17 probably,
Okay.
um, but I'm a lot better place at this body weight. I'm around 194 right now. So then I'll diet
Gotcha.
down probably because I'm planning on doing something. There's a shows in August, hopefully, or
Yeah.
September, because my birthday's September 9th this
Okay.
year coming up, and I'll turn 30. So I
Oh
want to, you
shit.
know what I mean? I gotta give
Yeah,
myself a
yeah,
birthday present. That's would be the best gift for myself. I'll just come in 4% body fat,
yeah.
5. Like I'm not gonna compete until I go on the DEXA scan and it's like, all right, you're 5%.
Yeah.
You have the green light to go. Because I don't know, I'm kind of tired of seeing people do better or that I know, dude. Like I know they're just not their physiques aren't that good. I could have beat
Yeah.
them. Like it just sucks like seeing all these people kind of like pass you by. Like yeah, I'm
Yeah.
doing good, like and successful, like coaching and training people and all that.
Yeah. You're
But
really good at
and
that.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, thank you. There you go. In the grand scheme of things, though, I like to compete. I like to bodybuild. I like to do all that. I'm so like, I'm sure, just like you, like I'm listening to other podcasts about bodybuilding, different coaches, different athletes, just seeing different perspectives on things. So I play that shit all the time. And Steph's just, I just force her to listen to it, and just play it in the background. She just finished her cardio too. So she's on prep right now.
Do a couple minutes for Kendall.
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready to see you guys too. I told her that you guys are coming in, so she's excited for that. Yeah, because her and Kendall were gonna do the World of Class show in April. That fell through. So luckily we didn't. Oh yeah, they just rescheduled it to Florida now or something.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah. But it's still like that's an awesome show because the overall winner gets, I think, paid entry to your.
Paid for.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was pushing her. I was like, "Come on, we're going for the overall here."
Yeah, and that's
are expensive.
Yeah, for real. Like like it'd be cool to see, like, hear from her because she did what, one show, and then the second show was nationals.
Yeah,
like,
second show was nationals.
Yeah.
I always say this, like, you did a phenomenal job. I think we just brought her in different than what the judges wanted. Yeah. And that was it.
In her lineup, there were just different physiques.
And they switched, we'll get into this other show another time. But they switched the judges.
Yeah, that was another thing.
Like the class right before hers.
Yeah. We're seeing the trend, how it's going. Yeah, so it's completely, that was like weird. There's two bikini classes, like, come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was weird. Like, weird. If you're a competitor, weird shit like that might happen to you. So just be ready, and don't ever, what do you call it? I don't know. Assume things are gonna go just as you'd like. Like, I had a lot of times where I thought I was gonna look like a certain way, and it didn't end up turning out like that. Like, I feel like when we did that posing, the theater posing at Joe's, like,
I think those are awesome.
I did that. Yeah, like I did a mock peak basically, and I felt like that was the best I looked, and I was like, all right, cool, this is it, I got this, and then it didn't work out the same when I did it again 2 weeks later. So you just gotta, like, all right, yeah, that might have worked, but it might not be the best strategy going forward. So you gotta kind of,
especially 2 more weeks of diet, cardio, exercise. Your physique can change drastically in 2 weeks, especially those last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, like, especially for you too. Like those last two, that last week, going into
this show's about you, though.
Oh, yeah, but that last week, everything changes.
Everything changed that last couple weeks.
What's weird too? What's weird too is when I went to the show in California, Monica also competed. So here I am trying to coach her and then get myself ready at the same time. And I'm like, when I compete, I don't know, I'm weird. I don't know. I'm sure it's not weird to other competitors, but I like to just be alone, my headphones on, focus on what I don't know, be distracted by something else. I don't really want to talk to nobody. I don't want to do nothing. Like, I'm like, Steph, like, just leave me alone, let me pose here and there. Like, so it was weird. Like, I was more worried about her than I was about me. I ended up winning, looking fine, but still, like, I get like this nervous energy. But when I compete, and I still get that when others compete. Like when you guys go up there, like my heart's racing. Yeah, my heart's racing, and I'm just like, all right, fuck it, let's go. We gotta see what's gonna happen. All right,
calm down, Bo. Calm down.
Looking good. I like, someone give me a Xanax. Like, we need something. Chill me out.
We still got to make it up.
Yeah, so like, it's just crazy. But now, so like, I don't know if this next show that I do, if I'm gonna have to do it completely separate from somebody, you know, like even the other show. Yeah, even the other show we did, like, I had another competitor in it too.
Yeah, so, I remember.
Yeah, it's hard for me, I think, in bodybuilding, you have to be, if you're gonna compete, you have to be selfish for it. Like, it has to be just you that day. Like, you just have to focus on that and not worry about anybody else. So this next one, I'm gonna have to pick like an isolated show that no one's around. Like, it's cool if you guys are there and like, that's cool. Yeah. But if I have
other competitors you're working with.
If I have to worry about other people, then I get really, really nervous, and I feel like my physique changes a lot from that. So yeah, it's just that's something I learned about myself, and I learned like I don't know, a lot of the stuff I was doing to myself, I would never do it to my clients. The way I teach myself, the way I have them train, like I experiment so much on myself that I don't know. That's just always how I've been. Like if I learned something in school, like I would try that on myself first, and like, oh shit, this works or this doesn't work. So that's what I did for this in bodybuilding. Like, all right, I learned from these guys, learned from this from school. Let me try this on myself. Let's see how this works. All right, yeah, that didn't work. You know what I mean? Most of the time it doesn't work, but now I kind of know. And now going forward, I'm going to be a lot more strict. Like I'm probably going to have you take over the last 4 weeks of my day and like not even worry about anything. It's like, David, just tell me, I got to be mindless. Because if I'm not, if I'm overthinking it, then like, dude, I don't know how many times my diet changed from week to week or day to day as I got to the show. And it's just, I'm just in my head constantly like, all right, I should do this, I should do that. Or like, all right, I'm going to stay on this cardio machine. And I'm just like pinching my fat, whatever I have left until this shit goes away. I know, like, I don't know about you, but every morning when I wake up, I like get closer to prep, I wake up and I'm pinching shit. I wake up every morning, I'm just like pinching my body to see what's left and what I need to use. And I kind of like that. I think that's where like a lot of competitors have a hard time sleeping. Like at night, they're just like anxious. They're anxious for the next day. They're anxious to be lean. They're anxious to be ready. But if you, they're just anxious for everything. They want to wake up the next morning so that they can eat their first meal. Like that's always like the first meal is always my favorite. Yeah. Like I said, like those oats, like I could eat plain ass oats because that's all. That was like the most flavor I had in that diet. That was a lot different. Yeah, that was a lot different. So dieting is can be hard. But I kind of found what worked for me. Like I used to do. First, I did the meal plan. Then I did the macro thing, and I tried on and off, right? And I found that sometimes mentally I can't handle macros tracking. Like it gives me ends up giving me too much freedom, and I try to fit in too much things that I don't need to. Like I don't need that. Like here and there, but I just know I don't need it. Once I start, like if I one Oreo turns into a whole roll of Oreos. Yeah, so I already know, like, all right, to stop. But if I know if I'm on a meal plan, I know, okay, I got to eat. I'm going to eat right now. This is my meal. It's already ready. It's easy. And for my lifestyle as a trainer, like, I have clients every other hour, every hour. Like, so it's easier if I already have everything ready rather than me being on my phone and like, okay, I'm gonna fit this in here, and I'm gonna eat this, this much rice, and this much chicken or whatever. And then there goes 15 minutes of my free time. Now I only have 30 minutes to try and make something to eat before my next. You know what I mean? So this last prep, I did a lot better when I was more like a resident meal plan. Yeah, it's macro based, but I already knew each meal what I was gonna eat, and that's just things you're gonna learn too. So yeah.
Well, awesome, Bo. Thanks for coming on. We're gonna have you on many times over, right? From the coach's perspective, but I love hearing the athlete's perspective. We appreciate it, man. Yeah, you're definitely next up in both realms, coaching and being on stage.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, probably.
Hopefully.
I'll get a better headset thing.
Yeah, do that for me. Take some of the cheap ones.
I will. We'll go get some right now, then. But yeah, I look forward to it, and thank you for having me on, dude.
Yeah. Cool. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right, see you, boss.
See ya.